start this again. Alright, hey SGDQ, and my viewer Pikachu is hanging out. This is MC Kids. I'm gonna call him Mick Kids. This is my submission. Is an any percent run of this. So it's a McDonald's sponsored game, but you're not gonna see French fries, sodas, chicken nuggets, and I'm sorry, McNuggets, and Big Macs everywhere. You're gonna see Mick and Mac, or possibly Michael Jackson. But we're just gonna go ahead and play this. This is a platformer from the 90s that's got tense frogs and the moon. Remember the moon's conspiracy theories? It's coming back around, guys. But not really. So this is about Ronald's magic bag, which got stolen by the Hamburglar. So we're chasing him down. But you know what? They're not just gonna help us chase him down. They're like, hey, you know, I lost some puzzle cards. If you guys could like run around and find those, then I'll tell you where to go next. Because, you know, that's how games work. So this game, it's got a lot of cool platforming things. It's got springs like it's Sonic. It's got platforms like it's a platformer. And it spins you upside down like it's its own game with really cool stuff. I love those spinners. Unfortunately, that's the only one in the 90% run, so say goodbye to those. So we grab the cards, which are those red blocks. You saw me grab one while I was upside down. There's 6 cards assigned to each world, not necessarily in those worlds. We need so many cards per world to move on to the next one. So that's our goal here. We're gonna grab those cards and run to the finish line. And we do a lot of jumping over gopher bears. I call them gopher bears because they kind of look like gophers and they kind of look like bears. So this is the first little trick. Look at that. That's not the way you're supposed to grab that. You're supposed to go up and around that thing. We don't care. We're moving on. We're making it straight on through. That is indeed how games work, Pikachu. You are right. So I am running this game. I just really enjoy this game from a casual standpoint, playing through it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think people will really enjoy it, and it's speedrunning. It's some people may be disappointed there's not glitches and bugs all over the place. Maybe we'll get enough people involved where people will find those. But right now, it's just a solid platformer. It's all about maintaining speed, knowing the right route, and hitting the right jumps. And there are little tricks and such, but it is a relatively it's completely marathon safe run. Let's be honest here. It runs off a 4-heart health system. So the only ways to die or lose all 4 hearts by getting hit over and over, falling down holes, or as you'll find later, there is a one-hit kill piranha fish in a few levels. I decided earlier today I'm gonna call him Pete. Pete's a jerk. Nobody likes Pete. I think it was Pete. Maybe I named him Paul. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. He's a jerk. So, there we go. I lost a heart there. You lose a heart and 10 coins. But you know what? We got what we came for. We just keep on trucking. I never started my timer. You know what? We're just going to keep going. I'll look at what the time was after it's all over. That's who cares, right? So, we're going to go ahead and move on. So you see at the beginning I'm doing those jumps. That's actually me holding the jump button during the transition into a level. Because when you jump and hold over, it does give you automatically sprint speed. So there's no time for acceleration. Because in this game there's no run button. You accelerate by running forward, by moving forward. You can see how I walked kind of slow there. Because I didn't have my sprint speed anymore. So that's one of the things we do. We start by holding jump and over at the beginning of a level to get that immediate burst of speed. There's also 3 jumping heights. Well, you can also tap to jump short, of course. But there's the walking or standing jump. There is a crouch jump, and then there's the sprint jump. So at the beginning of the level, we can also do the crouch jump start to get a little bit farther, which I did on the last 2 levels there of World 1. So now we're going to move on. Gonna move on to Birdie here. You'll also recognize her, right? Everybody remembers her from the old McDonald's stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and start here. And we're gonna do a damage boost, actually. Boom. And we're gonna get that card. That is not how you would normally get that. We're gonna catch up with this cloud, and we see here another cool banana shark monkey. I don't know what they are. Don't really know. I just know if they hit you, they hurt. So we're gonna continue moving on here. Another banana shark monkey. That is not where he spawns in that pattern. I've never seen him spawn there before. But you know what? This game is marathon safe. So what I could do here, I'm not going to do it just to continue proving how marathon safe this game is. You can hit start and select at any time to suicide, to automatically kill yourself. and you'll reset with hearts. That counts even after you hit the finish line. The level will count as complete, you'll lose your life, and you'll start the next level with 3 hearts, which is the default heart set. So that's a really easy way to keep your hearts up, to not risk dying mid-level and losing time. In fact, it's actually about a second to a second and a half faster to kill yourself at the end of the level, rather than listening to that whole jingle. Because the jingle for beating a level is longer than the jingle for dying. So, a perfect like task run, and just generally in your runs, you end up killing yourself a couple times. So you actually do gain a little bit of time from when you do kill yourself in these runs. I think when this game does become completely perfected, it will include as many 1-ups that you can grab along the way without losing time, so that you can kill yourself at the end of levels to gain that second and a half. Like, oh, it only takes a second to grab this 1-up. Do it, because I'll gain that half second. I'm glad we're not that far yet. That'd just be absurd. So here, this is the one level I'd be worried about with my 1 heart. It is really easy to get hit right there and right here, but I get through nice and clean. So another reason that I was willing to risk this 1 heart, especially in this world, other worlds I would have killed myself, I don't want to mess with it, is because the next level here actually allows me to gain hearts back. You can get hearts back in this game by killing enemies with blocks in certain manners. If you kill an enemy by throwing a block that bounces off the ground, then hits the enemy, you get a heart, like that. If you kill an enemy with a block, and that block continues on and kills another enemy, you get a heart, like that. I hurt myself in between. And this level has 3 opportunities for hearts. So had I not gotten hit by the one dude I was killing, I would be at 4. And actually, the nice thing there is if I would have come into that level, say, with 3 or 4, I would have taken one of them and actually done a damage boost at the end to save about half a second. So here's the fun thing. This level, it goes down, it zigzags, it comes back up. We're just gonna jump through there. Who cares, right? Level's over. This is a speed run. We don't need to see the cool cloud level. I'm trying to remember if... I think there's a card down there, so in a 100% run, you would travel downward. I'm pretty sure. We'll see someday. Maybe AGDQ, next SGDQ. We'll find out. So we're gonna head back to Birdie because she wanted 5 cards. We got her 5 cards. She's gonna say, you know what? You did a good job. I'm gonna send you on to Grimace, big purple guy. You know, he was a Teletubby before there were Teletubbies. Basically, that's kind of what he is. He's a large, fuzzy purple avocado of a man or creature. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead, and we're now in his Highlands. He's a lot of vertical levels. That's what he's all about. Multi-layered levels, too. Ooh, okay, I did have enough speed. I was a bit worried there. So we're going to grab that card. I'm going to kill that gopher. And we're going to go up here. Now, this world tends to be the hardest world in the run. And it also, as you'll see, I'm going to use the marathon safe route right now because I took a hiatus for a couple months and I just got back into running this week. Like, I've done 3 days of runs before now. So yeah, I'm gonna do the safer route. Oh, I went the wrong direction there. See, and here we go with more of this multi-leveled stuff. There's a little secret thing off there. Grab a card. And we go back over the moose. The moose is really cool. There's one other one in the whole game, actually. They made this moose, I want to say there's only 2 moose sprites used in the whole game. And we only see that one, so everybody say hi to Mr. Moose. And we're going to continue on here. And look at that. There's a high level up there, too. There's that layer up there, and there's another card up there, just not one that we need. So we're going to just keep trucking on. So, with Grimace, you might notice in the bottom right of his overworld map that there's 2 levels that don't have a road there. He actually requires you to get cards, then he opens up those 2 levels, and then get more cards, and then he opens up the way forward for you to the next world. I'm going to do this little trick here, get to bounce off that branch so we can pick it back up, look at that, and kill the gopher bear. I don't know if it's a gopher, I don't know if it's a bear, I don't know if it's both. All I know is I hit him in the face with a block and it dies. Okay? That's what's important in life. I mean, really, is that what matters? If you hit me in the face with a block, will I die? I think that's important. These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves, guys. Alright, so we're going to continue on here. The script I do have kind of worked up that talks about different functions of the game and stuff. I do have one that I'm not perfected by any means. It does have kind of a spot where I can talk through the previous world, after the moose, basically, through that one and through this one. There's stuff I can talk about. And see, there's 2 lives there down at the bottom. You might have seen them, might have not. Those, you know what, I'm actually going to kill myself just to show you again. So, this makes the run super safe. You can just farm lives here. You grab those 2, you kill yourself, you gained a life. And you can do it a lot faster than I did it right there. So if you're down lives, you just quick run into this world, you grab those, and you just kind of continue on with your run. It's no big deal. But yeah, so it's really easy to have a spot here, especially right here where I'm riding on this platform doing nothing, where if we want to do donations and stuff, there's a lot of time for that. So this level here actually is not the fastest one. It's more marathon safe. It also is the level you would go to anyway to pick up lives, which you don't have to finish it to pick up those lives. They're right at the beginning, which is awesome. But since I have been out of it for a little bit, this is the route I'm taking right now. Come SGDQ, I may switch over to the other route, which is more dangerous, but it's faster by about 10 seconds. So that's almost definitely where I'll be at that point. That's also why you're going to see this run isn't going to be the fastest one you get submitted. Link's run and Prince Leaf's run, definitely going to be faster than this one. But I think this shows off a little bit more about the game and shows you really why it is good for SGDQ marathon safety-wise. Especially since it's a game you guys have never seen before. You may have never played this game. You might be completely unaware of it. Because here is that jerk piranha. He kills dreams, he crushes runs, and I have it on good authority he's dating your mom. He is an all-around bad guy. And we hate him. Because if you don't get your jump right in the water there, because that seems fairly easy, but it's not that easy. If you're in a rhythm, if you got it going, you're gonna do it. If you get off your rhythm, you end up stuck in the water, just flailing about trying to get back on the timing to get out of the water, and he just comes back and forth, and eventually he'll like settle under you and crush you. So that's why it's important that we do have the marathon safety of the extra lives. And actually, 3.6, which I'm not currently playing, does have an extra life built in, which is great. It also has the Piranha Jerk. So we have enough cards here. We're going to move on to the next level, which you may not recognize that character. This character is the Professor. Everybody remembers Ronald, Birdie, Grimace. Professor, I vaguely remember him, but not too well. Maybe you guys will. Who knows? So we're going to move on. This one is a manipulation. By jumping in these certain spots, we're causing the spawn points of these comets to happen specifically, which allows me to just sprint right under them. If you don't do that right, those comets will land on you and will ruin your day. But yeah, we jump up there, we get that card, and this is when you're going to see the first card for World 5. I believe that one is. Yeah, Cosmic's Retreat. Because it was up in the sky, and it's cosmic and stuff, right? You know. So this level here has a interesting thing in it. We're actually not going to jump start, because that little slope gives us more speed. And here, that's not the finish line. Notice how it's red instead of yellow, and it doesn't have that little floating arch on it? That's a fake finish line. You hit that, you don't die, just ends the level for you, and you get to go home crying, enter the level again, and try to beat it again. So, you know, it's a jerk. I jumped too high. It's possible to make that on first cycle. You gotta jump low, and then sprint jump still afterwards. It's not honestly hard. It just happens sometimes you tap too long on the jump button. So here's a zipper. Zippers are cool. We mostly avoid them, unfortunately. Birds, gopher bears. We see all sorts of those. But zippers are cool. Yeah, you don't remember the characters because you're young, and these were like super popular characters in the late 90s. Like that is, I guess even the 80s through the 90s. That's like what McDonald's leaned on for their advertising. Where are we? Oh yeah, this is where we are. So this level can be where runs go to die. There is a slightly new way of doing this one, which I haven't gotten the the rhythm for yet, so we're not going to do it that way. And sadly, actually, there's a really cool strat that is not the fastest way. That waterfall there, you can actually jump up through that to head towards the end, but it is slower. But we're going to go here, we're going to jump across some bones, going to jump across some more bones, and usually you would go use a boat to do that. Nah, we're just like, we're going to taunt the piranha. We're going to be like, my foot smells so good. And Trophy Man, my good friend Trophy Man's here. He would participate on my couch if I do get selected. He wants to get a Grimace costume to sit on the couch, and he wants the incentive for this game to be that he does the 100 nugget challenge. So he will... Oh, I pulled that one out of my bum. Gonna jump over that guy. Yeah, he would eat 100 McNuggets during the course of this run, which is, you know, roughly 22 to 23 minutes. So that'd be interesting, right? So yeah, that card I grabbed from the side, that's what I get for looking over at the chat. Normally I would land on that card, I'd jump across, so I wouldn't have to like slow down, jump over the bear, but it worked out just fine, you know? Like I said, this game has a lot of safety in it. You can lose a few seconds here and there and just still put up a really decent run. I'm really disappointed I don't have my timer going right now, because this is a pretty decent run. I stopped a few places to kind of show things, but there haven't been any major failings at all. Just things that haven't gone perfectly right. No big deal. And like I said, I'm not doing the completely perfect strats, but I will be practicing and getting a lot of those into my run. So I really feel like I'd be definitely happy to do a race with Leaf and Link if that's the way you guys choose to go, but I definitely understand if you don't want to do a race, being as this game's never been seen at SGDQ before. People don't know what it is. In that case, I think my advantage is definitely... Oh! I was not paying enough attention there, because this isn't something that I would normally be saying about the game. And I'm gonna die right here. I died right there. See that? Alright. So, okay. Now here, now I get to show you another reason why this is safe as heck, because I just did two stupid things. You're like, oh man, that would normally crush a run, right? Nah, I just lost the time. It's unfortunate that I lost the time, but no big deal, because I'm gonna grab this one up. I mean, these are built in here, like, it's not an issue at all to grab these. Like, costs you a few seconds because it's floaty. That's it. No big deal, right? And honestly, those get picked up a lot anyway, because this is around the time where you hit 100 coins during the run. And if you don't kill yourself at the end after getting 100 coins, you go into a bonus stage, and it costs you like 5 to 10 seconds. Because you have to watch this whole like intro for the bonus, get out of the bonus, and then you're done. So it takes some extra time out. But back to what I was saying, I think if you just want one person to run it, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna try the newer strat that I'm not used to yet. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, damage boost. Can I get? Oh, and I got it. Okay, nice. See, that worked out. But I'm able to introduce people to this game. I started running this game because I like it. I love this game from when I was a kid, and I play it with my siblings every Christmas or Thanksgiving when we're home. Like, we play through 100% just casual. I picked up the run more recently because of it. So, it's a great game. I want to talk about, like, why it's fun to people, why I like it, and hopefully that'll get people interested in the game as well as speedrunning it. And I think I can make for an entertaining block of time. That's my goal. I wanna be able to chat with people and have a good time. So yeah, what do we got here? Lemon. I force him to run 100% quite often too. You asked? Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I need to. Oh, Link's still hanging around too. You know, you remember the characters. All right. 5 nuggets a minute. Yeah, no, I'm not fully sure. Okay. For the 100 nug challenge, I'm pretty sure he can do it. I'm just not sure he's going to be so happy he did so afterwards. I think if I have a real nice run and we're coming up in, 20, 21 minutes, that he's going to be getting to World 6 and going, oh my god, there's so many nuggets left, and hate his life. Oh, so by the way, we're here. We're in the last world. Oh, and I forgot to fail. I was going to say, that conspiracy theory thing. I made a joke about with the moon because, you know, we went to the moon. Fun thing. And of course, the final stage takes place in a volcano because that's where all secret lairs are. Duh. If you want to tell yourself that this game has food references, we can pretend the lava is ketchup and this burning bridge is a row of hamburgers. That's all I got for you. Okay. That's really it. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab that block, and boom. So we're coming up at the end here. Okay, I've not done a speedrun of 100% though, have I? I mean, the first time I did 100% was when I was just playing through the game because I wanted to play it. That's how this all started. Alright, oh, ooh, I thought I was... There's a possible glitch there where those carts get on the corners and they jump off the rail. So that's not great. I've never had it happen to me during a speedrun, so that's why I was really like worried there. So we're going through here. Just a happy day. So you know what I might have to do after this run is transpose over it the timer to see what we ended up with. So if this is what I submit, you guys will see this. You'll see the timers. I've got no idea what I'm doing, time-wise. You know, I hope I know what I'm doing speedrun-wise. I'm not completely sure about that one either, though. Okay, so we have a trick in this level. It costs you half a minute if you miss it. You can make it only cost you like 10 seconds if you kill yourself instead. But it is there's so much swag to it. It is style points, and so we're gonna go for it. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? I mean, this is for fun, it's gonna be for charity. Why would we not do it? So we grab this card, we're gonna jump up here. There's a little track you can go around. No, we're going under. Ah, failed it. And you can't pause while you're spinning. So I've got 4 lives, so I'm actually gonna give it another shot. And that's the big killer, because you gotta wait till you spin all the way back there. So that's why, like, if you suicide, you save like 10 seconds. Otherwise, there is a set of 3 carts that you use to get back to where you, well, I guess 2 carts to get to the one you would have jumped on anyway. We're gonna get this. So normally, oh, see, I had the speed there. I'm like, if I don't have the speed, I set up this way, and you go underneath. And like the style points of that is awesome. Now, normally that block on the top left you see, you grab that, there's a spring, you bounce up onto a platform, you grab a cart, and you go around. Going under that saves not even 10 seconds, probably. But it's cool, right? Like, that's part of the point of speedruns. Like, yeah, it's being fast, but it's also doing stuff that just makes you go nice. So, that's what we're doing there. Alright, and this is the final stage, and also the only boss of the whole game. So, there's fun in that. This block here, actually, if we were to jump around this ledge and take it with us, we can soft lock the game. It's one of the only bugs I really know in this. And now the game becomes Star Wars, because we're going to fight 5 TIE fighters. That's right, these are TIE fighters, that's what I'm calling them. Deal with it. I know they're silk scarves. I don't care. I think that was that 4? I think that was 4. I wasn't counting. We're going to see. Nope, that was not 4. That's 5 now. And now Obi-Wan Kenobi, because Star Wars. That's what's up. Oh, shoot. And then, of course, if you're talking about like a magic bag, you know, you got a wand, you got scarves, like all those make sense. And then, of course, it's got to be a bunny and a hat. But to keep with the Star Wars theme, I'm going to say this is Jar Jar Binks. That was 3, 4. The 5th one, I let him land on me, and then the powder hits him, and that's time. So that is the end of McKids. We've gotten the magic bag back, which had been stolen, and then he realized it was going off with a mind of its own. That was the beginning of Skynet, and we stopped Skynet, and we became the Terminator. And that's how this game ends, is you become the Terminator. So, hopefully that was a decent run. Time-wise, we'll see. I'll add that in. I'll do a few more test runs here to submit out, but really, this is a game I think is a lot of fun. It's got tight controls, the music's great. I didn't even talk about the music. The music's fantastic. There's cool worlds and themes. There's a secret world, which is awesome. Hopefully we get a 100% run to this someday. And I think a lot of people will enjoy it. So I hope to see you guys in Minneapolis this summer. Boom.